Good afternoon. I'm Lynn Carney with Medmarc Insurance. We're pleased to be a sponsor of Life Science Intelligence for, I think, since 2018. So we're, I guess, one of the early sponsors with Scott. So I want to tell you a little bit about Medmarc. So we were founded, look down here. We were founded in 1979 by 31 medical device companies during an insurance crisis in the US. So they actually formed Medmarc. Their general counsel left to become our first CEO. And we're still in the industry, and we've always been here. So over the last 45 years, we're now a subsidiary of Pro Assurance, one of the largest writers of medical malpractice in the US, with over $5 billion in assets. We respect our roots by still staying current with the industry, coming to events like this to meet the startups, to mentor them on risk management, so we can help you get your product to market while managing your risk through insurance products, or risk management, and claims handling. So I'm going to just tell you some of the things we've done over the past 46 years to help you all. So the first building was a medical device, so the first proton therapy device. No one else could figure out how to insure it. So if you think about the entire building as a medical device, that's not the way product liability policies are written. So our chief underwriting officer figured out how to change the policy so to make sure the entire building was covered as a medical device. So no other company would do that. So the first automated pap smear, similar problem. None of the other competitors were willing to take that because they were so afraid of false negatives and false positives. And we thought, hey, this is something that's we're here to support the industry. We're going to insure this for them. And then when the late Senator John Glenn went up in space, we already had some of these clients. And they called us in a panic because I'm sure devices had gone up previously, but it had never been a national treasure before. And so they called us in a panic. Are we covered in space? Well, policies are written for terrestrial Earth. So we went, we're going to fix that, and added an endorsement so our policy is for space and Earth and its space beyond. Our new policy form that will come out in the next year or so is going to actually say the universe for obvious reasons. We're moving beyond our universe. And then we did the largest spin out in medical device industry. They had one of the largest brokers in the US handling it, and they said, you have got to go to Medmarc because then you'll be covered properly. They know how to handle this industry. So, and then you also wonder, okay, that's all the past. What have you done for me lately, in the words of Miss Jackson? So during the pandemic, name brand household items companies were now making ventilators. Their EUA only covered them if that ventilator was used on a COVID patient. Well, the hospital doesn't stop and check people's insurance policies. So they had someone else, like an oncology patient that needed a ventilator. They would just put one of those ventilators on the oncology patient. The EUA is no longer covering them. So they still needed to buy insurance. Again, their international brokers said, you have got to have Medmarc that's going to cover you properly and be here for you. So, and then at a networking session, much like yesterday, I met a mergers and acquisitions attorney at one of the large strategics, and she was so excited to meet me because she had said, when Medmarc's involved, I know they've been covered properly. We don't have to worry about any prior acts problems. So if you want to call, I have my colleague, Karen Backus. Karen, you want a little wave? And so the two of us are here to answer any questions you have and sort of see what other things we offer, like our risk management, our claims handling.